Stephen Thompson versus Gabriel Bonfim. Stephen Thompson's style is my favorite to watch and to try to emulate on the mats whenever I do train in combat disciplines. I would never feel this way about him if all he had on footage were performances like tonight. He's 42 years old. He's still like kind of worth his ranking based off of the way that he was moving. It's the defense and the reaction time that I feel like leaves you at the older ages. He was getting clipped by some shots. His takedown defense actually did look pretty good, but something I feel like people are undervaluing in the fact that Gabriel Bonfim won this decision, which I think was the right call. And I love Wonderboy. That's the reason why I started by saying that Wonderboy is my favorite fighter ever. This is an interest that I developed in him as a striker from UFC 3 on Xbox One. Gabriel Bonfim hurt Stephen Thompson's leg really bad. That cut that opened, that was from a check. So it wasn't conventional damage, but it was damage that Gabriel Bonfim caused to Wonderboy. So we can't undervalue the defense that led to damage being incurred by Wonderboy and trying to throw a leg kick that was perfectly timed and checked by Gabriel Bonfim. And that wasn't just cosmetic damage either. It really stifled the movement of Wonderboy, and he was throwing that leg still, but he was grimacing every single time that he was doing it. It was one of the worst flesh wounds I've seen in the MMA octagon. It just kept bleeding. It was so gross, and it opened immediately. They had it on the replay cam. After Steven starts bleeding like a pig from his left leg, he's still fighting southpaw, and he's throwing this high kick with his left leg up at the guard of Gabriel Bonfim. It's landing flush a lot of the time too. He caught him twice with these two flush head kicks. One actually made him chicken dance in the start of rock sequence. The other one was tanked. Wonderboy is hitting less hard in his old age. He also appears to be more fragile. And Steven does have a track record of damaging himself with his style. In the Kevin Holland fight, he's breaking his hands, he's breaking his feet. Even when nothing gets broken, to kick that much, I'm sure is not comfortable. Just walk around afterwards. Wonderboy may have gotten gypped, but if anyone's to be blamed, it's not Bonfim or the judge. It's the ref. The ref who didn't break them up on the cage with 40 seconds left in round 3. He just said, "We gotta work, boys," and then just stood there. Well, I think that Stephen Thompson might have reversed position, but from there nothing happened. Nobody accomplished anything, and they were just holding each other for the most significant moment of the fight, which was like the last minute. And before then, it was a rock sequence by Wonderboy that brought up the need for this clinch to be initiated. These things, they have a way of sorting themselves out, so we don't need to worry about what's to happen to Gabriel Bonfim for the fact that he did this to Stephen Thompson. If you're a Wonderboy fan like I am, we just gotta keep watching the UFC. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is very skilled, but he did go life and death with a 42-year-old, so that means that there's a high likelihood that he gets glass soon.